Hello, welcome to the biology class where we experience life. Today we are going to learn about the characteristics of living organisms. It is important to know that living organisms should possess all the 7 characteristics of living things. So in this lesson, we are going to list and describe all the 7 characteristics of living things. So we'll first list them. We have reproduction, nutrition, excretion, growth, sensitivity, movement, and respiration. We'll then describe them. The first one will be reproduction. Reproduction is when we produce offspring so that these organisms do not go extinct. So in this picture, we are going to see a hen that has got some chicks, which shows that it is reproducing other offsprings for the future. And then the next characteristic that we'll look at is nutrition. Nutrition is when organisms are obtaining organic substances and mineral ions so that they could grow and repair tissues. We have in this picture we have caterpillars that are feeding on leaves, and we also have a young man that is eating lunch. So all these are illustrating nutrition. The next characteristics is excretion. Excretion is the removal of toxic waste and waste products of metabolism from organisms. We see a dog that is excreting in this picture. This is also part of excretion. The next characteristic that we'll look at is growth. Growth is an increase in size, in mass, complexity of an organism. In this picture, we see a seed and we see it germinating, and it goes through different stages of growth. As a result, at the end, we see a tree that has got flowers as well as some fruits. And then we look at the next characteristic, which is sensitivity. Sensitivity is the ability to sense and respond to changes that occur in the environment. We have sunflowers which follow the sun because they want a lot of light so that they can photosynthesize. So we'll see them in this picture. This is an illustration of a diagram showing those sunflowers. Also, we can see sensitivity that is being illustrated by people who are they are dazzled by light of an oncoming car. Hence they respond, and then they try to shut off the light by raising their hands. And then we'll move on to another characteristic, which is movement. Movement is the change in position of the organism's whole body or any part of that organism. In this picture, we see young men that are walking by the road. So they are moving from one place to another. And we also see people that are moving along the road also in numbers. And then we'll have respiration. Respiration is the release of energy from food substances so that we gain energy. This is seen through 2 processes that occur simultaneously. We have breathing, we also have nutrition. And then the food that we eat combines with the oxygen. And as a result, we produce what we call energy. So as we can see that we say the food is broken down in the presence of oxygen to give us the energy, and hence we call this respiration. So after we have looked at these 7 characteristics of living things, I have a few questions that I'd like you to answer to see if you have been able to learn about this. So we are asking which of these characteristics is being illustrated in each or in any of these examples that will follow. Let's try the first one, A. A bean seed germinates to be a seedling. Which characteristic of living things do you think is illustrated here? It's growth. I hope you also got it. Then we have another one, B. A tick that sucks blood from a cow. Which characteristic do you think is being illustrated here? Are we able to get it? I hope we do. It's going to be nutrition. And then we have a dog that urinates against a fence. Which characteristic of living things is that? I think you like that one most. Excretion. Then we have a bird that lays eggs on a nest. Which characteristic of living things is being illustrated here? How many are getting it? Yes, it is reproduction. And then we have the last one, which is Sipho, that was stung by a bee and he screamed. Which one do you think is this one? Sensitivity, yes, that's correct. So you should have been able to answer 3 or at least all of them so that you can see that you were able to learn about these characteristics of living things. So we'll note that therefore some non-living organisms may illustrate or may show some of the characteristics, but it is important to note that if it is a living organism, it should at least have all the 7 characteristics being shown. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the lesson.